everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it's just Marco here today, once again to talk about Your Honor. Season 1, Episode 7, Part 7. You know what? Let's just call this episode Michael's birthday. I mean, is it really that hard? I mean, that's what this episode centers around. That's what it is, the whole episode. It's his birthday, the entire episode. I mean, come on. It's right there. Michael's birthday. Jesus. Anyways, if you're wondering why I'm a little later than usual, it takes a hell of a long time to upload videos. And I just wanted to get that other video uploaded. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. I wasn't slacking. And this episode I'm a little mixed on. I liked it overall. It was fun. I mean, basically, first off, there's like 25 minutes where it revolves around Michael having to clean up the body with the henchman, who I recognize him from Being Human. If you guys have ever seen that show's like one of my favorite shows of all time. He was in season 1 of that, and he also played a henchman in that one as well. And anyways, so he cleans up the body with the henchman, and at the same time, Jimmy is trying to rescue his son, Carlo, from being arrested. And it doesn't take much to just get him arrested, and he gets arrested, and he has all this crap with him, and it looks bad, of course, to make it more dramatic. And then basically Jimmy comes back to talk to the judge, and we finally get like a nice little meaty discussion, a meaty little, confrontation. What happened? What were my son's last words? What? And he tells him, kind of to the best of his ability. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't he already dead when Adam left? I mean, didn't he stay with him until he died? Yeah. Because if he did, I mean, that would be a really important piece of information. I mean, it's one thing to leave someone dying, but, I mean, if he was already dead, then that's a whole different story. So, yeah, he's basically taking the fall for his son, which I kind of knew that would happen, at least. I thought either it would happen this way, or it would happen where he gets framed for it at the very end, and then he's the one who ends up going to prison. Which, I probably would have given that a negative review because that just sounds stupid. And so basically he's going to have to help out Jimmy get his son out, and then he goes back to work. And at the same time, we got Sarah, another judge, and she's pressuring him. She's like, you're a horrible judge, dude. You're known as the judge who just doesn't do anything, basically, and he, lets all these rapists out, and he doesn't even try rapists because he just spends like a million years doing nothing. And it's like, yeah, he's a really terrible judge. Michael is terrible. And, right off the bat, I'm not really going to analyze the courtroom drama that much because I know that Legal Eagle will probably at some point review this show, and he'll probably destroy it, at least the courtroom elements, and then people will be like, oh my god, oh no, facts and evidence, oh no, emotion, because he's an actual legal expert, and so you're not going to be able to, defend the show anymore once he criticizes it. I'll say that. But for Carlo is in court, okay, and right off the bat it starts out disastrous because on one hand you got the pressure of what should he do? Should he destroy his career permanently by helping him in whatever way possible, or should he do what's right and put him away, which is what I would do. Because you know why? Because I could care less if Adam got killed. That's why. I would be glad if Adam got killed, actually. I'll just make another baby with Lee or some other chick, and I'll call him Adam Jr., and he'll be a much better kid than Adam is. He won't be dating Fia either because he doesn't date mobsters' daughters. And anyways, the question is, should he give Carlo bail? And obviously the answer is no, because he'd probably just try to run away, and it'd be a disaster. And first off, I think she's probably the worst lawyer in film and television history, and she is basically the prosecution, and she is so bad. I mean, her first argument is like, he's a violent criminal. Like, that's it. Like, it's just one sentence. Like, it's like, really? Are you that bad at your job? Like, you're a lawyer. You're in a courtroom. And your argument is just, he's bad. Like, this isn't this isn't Hitler. You're trying this kid who, it's questionable. You got all this different evidence you got to look through. It really isn't that cut and clear that he's just, oh, he's a violent criminal, that's it. And then she says, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And to me, I would hold her in contempt of court if she did that, because it's just terrible. And then we see her in the preview for next episode, and she's even worse than that one. Like, isn't she, like, pounding against the judge's desk or something? Like, ugh, God, that's so embarrassingly bad. And I'm criticizing, like, her character. I'm not criticizing the show. But then again, like, I don't know. Did they... I would think that you want to have the prosecution lawyer be a good lawyer. Yeah. And then basically he denies him bail. And, of course, Jimmy gets mad and he says, go fuck yourself, go fuck yourself. And then, Michael is going to hold him in contempt of court, and then he just storms off. And that was probably a smart thing to do for Jimmy. One of the only smart things, because Jimmy is just such a hothead. He makes some really stupid decisions that really, like, go against his agenda. And then afterwards, of course, he does a stupid thing and confronts Michael in front of everybody. Because he's a hothead, and then it's bad. It's a bad situation, and it's gonna keep getting worse and worse. I mean, we already got another dead person on top of all the other dead people that have been killed over this thing. And then, just to criticize the show a little bit, because that's my job as a critic, Eugene is sitting all by himself in this courtroom. No one even wonders what he's doing, why he's alone. Lee, the lawyer who supposedly has a big heart, she doesn't care why this kid's all by himself. I mean, he's all by himself. No guardian or parent whatsoever. Once again, I don't understand what he's doing. I mean, why he's allowed to just roam around the city with no parents or family or anything. It's just ridiculous. And then at the beginning of the episode, there was a terrible song, or at least it's an okay song. I don't like songs that are really that repetitive, where they get stuck in your head. It's You Got the Power song. If you've ever seen The Fisher King, it's in that movie like 5 times. Well, they did a cover of it, and the cover is terrible. And they played that, and I was like, oh God, oh God, this is terrible. Oh God. I was criticizing the music. Didn't I criticize the music last week? Well, this isn't any better, to be honest. So then what happens is Michael has got a... Excuse me, sorry. I have stomach acid, that's why I burp a lot sometimes. Michael has got to figure out a way to maneuver over this whole situation, and he... Basically, his plan is to get Sarah arrested, and so he gets her drunk to celebrate his birthday and his dead wife's, and basically, I guess you could say that, like, he's guilt tripping her into getting drunk. I mean, I don't know. And then, of course, she gets pulled over, and we have a, cliche police pull over scene, and she's questioning why she has to put her hands on the wheel, which everyone has to do. And, of course, she gets arrested. And, she says something really stupid about, like, everyone looks drunk at night. Why are you just choosing to see that I'm drunk? I thought that's really weird. That's terribly written. That the writers really need to, write good dialogue sometimes. Which I know, like, that's a lot to ask, really, to write good dialogue. Not saying that my dialogue would be any better, because I wouldn't have even done that with this whole situation. I probably would have done way different things. But I one thing I like, though, is that I liked the episode. I did not like it, but one thing that I liked and I noticed was Michael and Lee are gonna go to his house to celebrate his birthday, and she's gonna cook for him, which made me really hungry. It reminded me of the last time that they ate dinner at his house, and they had that big meal. That looked perfect, man. I've never had that before, but it looked perfect. And on the way there, of course, they pull right next to where it's happening. And they did something really clever, which is, the red light, they had it to where the red light reflected on his face to make it, tell you, he's evil. Because the red's on his face, that's a subliminal thing. And then, of course, they have the green, which is also, mystery, danger, kind of. And so red and green. And so I like the fact that they utilize the lights in that little area, that intersection, because that's a really smart filmmaking thing to do, in case you didn't know. Alfred Hitchcock used to do that a lot. He did that with Vertigo. And so then they go to his house, and of course it's a surprise party. You got Elizabeth there. You got Adam there. Ugh, unfortunately. Of course, he wasn't that bad this episode. I mean, okay, there was a scene. There was a scene where Michael found a heart, I guess. He found some sort of an organ in the house. A human organ? I couldn't really tell. It was something. And Adam questioned what it was, which is what a smart person would do. And of course, Michael's gotten to the point where he just lies to everybody. I mean, he just lies about, like, the littlest things. But Adam just keeps questioning. And to me, I'm sorry, but if I was there, I would be like, okay, I'm just not going to question you anymore, because you're obviously not going to tell me the truth. Because you're a fucking liar. You're a manipulative psychopath who, doesn't even do his job and lets all these rapists get out of court and not even get tried. F you. That's what I would do. I don't care about all the stuff that Michael's done, honestly. I mean, it's evil. It's evil stuff. At some point, it's got to stop. And it's got to, have the reverse. It's got to all be figured out. And so I really don't appreciate the stuff that Michael's done. He's done a lot of evil stuff if you really think about it. Even before this whole incident, you heard about that panty guy. That guy who was doing the stuff with the panties, and he killed or raped women after he got out. I mean, Michael's not a good guy. But yeah, that scene with Adam just questioning him over and over again, it's like, Adam, are you serious? Michael told you weeks ago that he decides the truth. I mean, if you talk to someone who decides the truth for you, aka lies to you, then why are you talking to them and asking them to tell you anything? That's just dumb. But yeah, I like this episode. It's fine. It's sort of clunky the way that it's structured. It's like there's a weird amount of time spent with the disposal of the body. I mean, just dragging him. He falls out. Put him back in. This and that. It's my birthday. There's blood everywhere. Gotta wash the blood off. Like, it's just such a weird amount of time to spend all that crap. It seemed like it was just like filler at that point. But yeah, overall, I would give this episode like a B. It was pretty good. It wasn't great. It was good. You know, it wasn't as good as last week's, that's for sure. It wasn't as good as episode 2 either. But I can't wait for next week, and I can't wait to continue talking about the show and discussing it with people who actually want to discuss the show. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like it, subscribe, comment, all that crap YouTubers tell you to do. Goodbye, everybody. See you soon.